Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to game number 3 between NestEa and Naniwa. And so far we've been watching a great set of games unfold before our eyes. And so we've got Naniwa as the red Protoss down in the bottom left hand corner, and we've got NestEa as the blue Zerg down in the bottom right hand corner. I already mentioned the racial statistics for you guys in game 1 of this series. Game 2 of this series was incredible. Oh my god. My eyes were bulging watching that game unfold. And just to reiterate the game statistics for you guys, for these players in particular, NestEa has an 80% win rate against Protoss in Korea. That is insane. And Naniwa's got a 62-ish% win rate against Zerg in the international scene. So not too shabby. 60% plus is actually considered really, really good, guys. That's what usually the top players hold. Boxer's lifetime statistics in all of his matchups hover around 60%, and that's considered really, really solid. 80% is just, alright, get out of here, like WTF, you know? So let's see what happens here. It's time for game 3. Obviously, Naniwa understands this matchup very, very well, and he definitely showed his knowledge of the matchup in the last game. When to attack, when to drone up, how to be aggressive. A little bit of lag right here, it looks like, between the two players, and then we went ahead and started the game again. But let's see what happens here. It looks like NestEa going to go ahead and pull his drone off here. It looks like he wants to go for a hatch first. Whoa, that is really risky. Now, he saw the probe coming in with his overlord. He's got to hide the drone. He's trying to hide the drone away from the probe. It looks like he hides it. That is some Gosu hiding right there. But I really think going for a 15 hatch against Protoss is almost suicide, especially if Naniwa opens up with a Forge Fast Expand. He is, and the reason why this is suicide, the reason why Zergs don't do this anymore is because of what Naniwa is about to do, which is exactly this. He can cannon in the hatchery, and without a spawning pool for Zergling support this early on, it is very, very difficult to hold this off. If NestEa pulls off the hold here, I would be amazed, and I'm not too sure why Naniwa went ahead and canceled that pylon. I guess since there is an opening here, he wanted to go ahead and cancel it. But here we go. Is he going to drop the photon cannons down? Oh my god, the probe being fended off. Unbelievable. If NestEa makes his hold here, he pulls another drone to anticipating the probe as it moves around counterclockwise around the hatchery, trying to intercept the probe, and I cannot believe it. You guys might not think this is amazing. You guys might be like, oh my god, whatever, it's not that big. But I think it is damn near impossible to hold off a cannon rush like this. Now, of course, Naniwa knows it's very difficult, so he goes in once again, once his shields are regenerated. So it's not over yet, guys. It is not over yet. Naniwa, oh, he almost gets that cannon up. It looks like NestEa using hold position micro right now, knowing that another cannon right here would be fatal for this hatchery. He gets a second cannon up on the right. No, that is a pylon, ladies and gentlemen, coming up right now. This photon cannon is pretty well protected, but I think with NestEa's delaying, I think he delayed enough to get a spine crawler up. Usually this cannon comes up much sooner, before the hatchery has even expanded its creep out. But since the hatchery's already got the creep going, NestEa can get a crawler out, and he should be able to hold this pretty easily once he uproots the crawler and places it here. This is an incredible hold by NestEa. That was a really good micro. Knowing, you know, where the pressure points are for pylons and cannons, where the most optimum place for Protoss to place it down at, and he held position micro. He pulled the drone and tried to intercept the probe moving around the left. Just really good micro by NestEa, and now he should be able to take care of this cannon easy peasy. But don't, you know, the thing about this is there's still some damage done to NestEa. 100 minerals invested in the crawler, a bunch of Zerglings, a bunch of drones that weren't mining that entire time. That all adds up, and I still think Naniwa paid off. In fact, if you look at the income tab right now, guys, 27 workers to 19, so definitely paid off here for Naniwa. And that's why, I mean, that's just why you cannot 15 hatch against Protoss. I definitely feel like NestEa is on the back foot right now. He will kill off those pylons and he will secure that hatchery, but, you know, at what cost? If he had just gone for a normal pull into hatchery, he would have got the hatchery up just a few seconds later and he would have had more drones. So, can he get the run by, though? If he runs by here, that would be huge. No, he will not. The probe will block off the Zerglings, and a pylon coming up behind the probe as well, just to add on a little bit more of a safety net. So Naniwa totally okay now. I feel like if NestEa loses this game, there's nothing else to fault but going for a 15 hatch against Protoss. It just doesn't work. And is NestEa just trying to force his will down Naniwa's throat? That time, Naniwa decided, you know what, I'm not going to take it that way. And he shut it down, and he did some really good damage considering it was just 2 pylons and a cannon. But we do have another hatchery coming up here for NestEa down at the top, excuse me, up at the top right here. It looks like NestEa going to try to play a macro game against Naniwa. So I thought for a second there maybe NestEa would try to just be aggressive and try to all-in his Protoss opponent. In fact, Naniwa may be on the same lines of thinking that I am. That's why he's sending the probe over to the top right. He just doesn't know, is NestEa going to all-in me or is he expanding? And this probe is going to really erase a lot of that doubt as it gets up in there. So he sees the hatchery coming. Beautiful scout right there by Naniwa. Also really good awareness by NestEa to sick his Zerglings on that eventual scouting probe. So, yep, stay on the probe. He really wants to stay on the probe right now because if he doesn't, that probe can build pylons, it can hide, it can get a delayed scout in, so really smart by him to stay on that probe for as long as possible. And now it looks like NestEa, whoa, 3 gases, no lair yet, and he's getting Evo Chamber and he's getting Roach Warren. You know what, guys? He could just be trying to psych out Naniwa. It's like, Naniwa, okay, you scouted my 3rd hatchery. You think I'm going to play macro? No. I'm going to get speed, I'm going to get +1 melee, and I'm going to get roaches, and I'm going to try to attack your front door. If NestEa does not get a lair, that shows that he's probably going to try to be very aggressive off of 3 bases. He's not going to tech up, he's not going to play eco, and he's going to try to punish Naniwa here. But Naniwa, on the same lines of thinking here, how many gateways does he have? He's got 3. The Overlord Scout gets in there. There's a robotics facility as well, so just 4 gateways total. Excuse me, guys, as 1 gateway is at the front door. And a quick Colossus tech switch here. So Naniwa, I'm going to try to go in with some early Zealots here, a la QE style. Will it work, though? It looks like there's not enough roaches yet, but there are 10 roaches on the way, so the Zealots might get shut down here. Let's see how much damage Naniwa can get out of these Zealots before they meet the roaches. It looks like he's going to go ahead and surround a couple of roaches here, but good micro by NestEa to pull the roach away, and it looks like that Crawler also doing some good work as well. I think what Naniwa is trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, he's warping in offensive pylons, but he has no plans, no goal right here of warping in additional units. He's trying to feign the 6 gate. I think that's what Naniwa is trying to do. Trying to make NestEa think that he's 6 gating him and trying to force NestEa to overcommitting in attacking units. But hey, you know what? NestEa was going to overcommit into attacking units anyways. So that's why NestEa's got a ton of roaches right now, a ton of speedlings. Everything's moving out across the map. Now Naniwa trying to kind of continue the charade here by walking in a couple more Zealots, but really what he's doing is going right into Colossus, and he's got a warp, and he's got a warp prism coming out. But he better bring those sentries back because the front door is about to be breached here. Oh no, he's just gonna go on with the warp prism. Okay, this is really, really risky. Does Naniwa have enough stuff here to hold off these roaches? The sentries here are out of energy, and that's why I said maybe he wants to pull off this warp prism back home, but no, he will not. And the roaches are gonna breach. No, they will not. The Immortal at the front got 3 kills. It has 55 damage versus armor. It will hold for now, but NestEa, you know, just kind of holding off on the gas pedal for now. I think that Naniwa will get that warp in of sentries and Zealots, and 1 force field goes down and will lock away 5 drones, so that's a decent kill right there. And unbelievably, Naniwa's warp prism here totally pulls back the entire aggression from NestEa. NestEa had no more forces. He was droning up that entire time behind the roaches and behind the Zerglings, and now he is going to possibly lose the lair. Oh my god, the lair! If this goes down, this could be game, and a Colossus walks in! A Colossus walks in, it's like, hey guys, what's up? Oh, the hatchery's dead. Let me get out of here. My job is done. Oh my god, Naniwa picks up the couple of Zealots that he had alive, and NestEa now, if he wasn't in trouble before, he is in some serious doo-doo hole right now. I don't know how he's going to climb himself out of this. He's actually trying to recapture this hatchery. You know, at this point, it's just a foregone conclusion. I don't know what NestEa can do. Even if he attacks the front door, there will be a Colossus waiting. There it is. That Colossus has made its way back over, and at this little narrow choke point, a Colossus has complete spread from the left of the ramp to the right of the ramp. Nothing will get past a Colossus, sentries, and an Immortal. Nothing. And NestEa now, I think his best option really is to just expand. By expand, I mean saying, you know, reestablish his hatchery and just try to drone up and try to play macro. I think that's his only hope. But, you know, it's a miracle that NestEa is still ahead in supply. It is an absolute miracle that NestEa is at 116 over 105. Now, if he can hold off this push, then he may have a chance. There are units warping in from that warp prism. Quite a few Stalkers, in fact. Naniwa's got 2 Colossi as well. That is a serious bolster to those forces, and I think that NestEa is in some trouble here. Now those forces are tucked away inside the ramp. That's going to be very hard for Naniwa to break. Naniwa just going to go ahead and go for a big counter attack here, and that normally would work. Well, it might still work actually, because all the forces are away from the natural. It looks like, yeah, NestEa's just going to go straight up for the base race here, ladies and gentlemen, but does he have enough to do the base race? I don't know. He's actually making mutas right now, interestingly enough. And yes, he's making mutas. And here we go. The roaches have found their way to the front door. It's a total base race, ladies and gentlemen. Will NestEa destroy all the buildings before Naniwa destroys all of his buildings? I don't know. The one thing that Protoss does have is they can send their probes anywhere they wish, and they can build pylons anywhere they wish. And Naniwa can still warp in reinforcements inside the main to help out. And that's what he's doing. He's got a couple of sentries here protecting the mineral field, just kind of buying time until he can kill off the rest of NestEa's base. And now NestEa has found the roach horn, so no more roaches will come out. The Spire is actually remained alive here. It's actually off creep. It will bleed to death, but it has remained alive, and it's researching +1 weapons, and more mutas are starting to come out. Actually, guys, if NestEa can get enough mutas out here, he may have a shot in the dark, because there really isn't that much anti-air. And when I say that much, a lot of mutas, I mean like 15 mutas. I don't think he's going to get that many. In fact, he's trying to morph in spine crawlers right here, but it will not work. It looks like Naniwa's up in here, and NestEa GG's. NestEa knows he's out of it, and that was an incredible game. An incredible series by Naniwa. Well done. Naniwa takes out NestEa in a best of 3 at MLG. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and this is why Naniwa, well considered to be the best foreigner from Europe now by far. So beautiful plays right there. And if you guys enjoyed this broadcast, make sure to check me out. I'm on YouTube at HD Starcraft, and you guys can also find my social media at Facebook and Twitter at HD Starcraft as well. And thanks guys for tuning in. I was really excited for this set of games, as you guys can tell in my voice. NestEa versus Naniwa is a matchup that comes once in a blue moon. I casted them before, actually. There's a match of them I casted before on my YouTube channel. If you guys want to find that, just go to the search bar and type in NestEa Naniwa. Go to the search bar on my YouTube channel, and you guys can find another game that I casted of them. But anyways, that's it for me, guys. I will be doing another Failcraft in a couple of hours, actually. I'm going to be casting some more games, so look forward for more games. And this is HD, signing out.